To the VIP line we go to talk to Elijah Wilkinson from your Denver Broncos here on Nick and Cecil. Eli, good evening. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
it's always good talking football with you, my man. And we got to talk about your off-season training program, which is different this year. Of course, a virtual off-season because of COVID-19 and, guys working out on their own. What's that transition like? How odd is it for you? What have you been doing to, keep those workouts going this off-season?
It's definitely odd, with the facility being shut down. That's kind of something that being an undrafted guy, kind of hanging around here, saving a few bucks and working out at the facility and, getting some meals and stuff done up there. It's kind of made a left turn and made everybody improvise and, find something new for 2020. But it's been good, man. It's been good to be home and, get everything in life organized and, just feel good about everything moving forward and just continue on with the packet. I mean, they sent us, home workouts and everything to do, with bands and, they sent us, deals and stuff to be able to get equipment. So they've done their part to, be able to provide us with the stuff to continue to work out. So I think they did a pretty good job about it.
When you look at what last season was or wasn't, and you look at where you are in 2020, what would you say that are some of your biggest offseason goals heading into this upcoming season?
First and foremost for me is to get healthy. That's number one. Number two is, to really, be way sharper this year. Way sharper, hone in more on all the small details and, really just perfect my craft and, do what I can to, help us win football games out there, man.
Elijah Wilkinson joining us here on Nick and Cecil right here on the Fan. Working with Mike Munchak, a Hall of Famer, a guy that has so much knowledge, so much wisdom. Now with a year to reflect on, a year under your belt with him, what was that like? How much are you looking forward to just getting back out there with Mike Munchak on the field?
I'm certainly looking forward to it. I mean, like you said, Hall of Famer. I mean, nothing else needs to be said. You gotta, when he's talking, all ears are open and everybody's listening because, he's actually done it and at a high level. So what he's preaching, it works. And the proof is in the pudding, man. Everybody has, I think gotten better since he's gotten here and, it's only going to get better moving forward. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to get back and be back out there and be working on our technique and everything and all his things that he preaches. It's great for us.
Melvin Gordon is a power runner, and Philip Lindsay can run with power as well, but he's kind of a slashing and cutting type of running back. Is there a certain style that you fit that definitely caters or accentuate your skill set better than others?
I don't think I think I could do everything. I'm pretty versatile. I mean, I could, like as far as that zone blocking and gap blocking. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But I think that it is pretty much self-explanatory that he is the power guy. The bigger dude. Than all the backs we got right now, aside from Royce Freeman. But he's going to hit it hard, and I think that the gap scheme would be pretty good for him, and both for everybody. I mean, even Philip Lindsay was hitting the hole in the gap scheme. So I think everything's going to pan out fine. I'm just excited to get back with all these pieces we got, man. The draft was amazing. I'm excited, man. Like I was talking to you earlier, it's like a college atmosphere again with like a young team. The oldest guy is like Vaughn or McManus. So. It's like a fresh start for everybody here,
Elijah Wilkinson, Broncos offensive tackle, joining us here on Nick and Cecil on the Fan. When John Elway says Elijah Wilkinson's going to compete with Garrett Bowles for the left tackle position, what do you say to that? We know last year you can play any position basically on the offensive line, but when Elway is putting you in that position, what do you think about that?
I think finally. They're they found a place for me, or they kind of think that I could do a certain position better than others. So I think that that kind of gives me a little bit of resting easy a little bit, knowing that I might be in one position and not four, throughout the season. But I think that's good. I think that competition is good for everybody. Like we wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for that. So I think that it's only going to bring the intensity. It's only going to bring the energy and everything of this training camp up even another notch. You know what I mean?
So what type of value do you feel that bringing in a veteran guy like Graham Glasgow brings to that offensive line room? Because, he plays with a certain moxie and a certain type of toughness, but how can you guys, feed off of what he's going to bring to the table?
I think that, that sense of leadership, with, older guys like him and Jawan, coming in, and kind of taking over that room. Really everybody that was here previously, when I got here in 2017 isn't here anymore. It's a whole new room basically. So, I think with that, turning over him and Glasgow and everybody just getting together and, us really focusing up and, being able to, work as 11 and not, somebody messing up here, somebody messing up there, that's really going to be, the key point and how far we go,
It's Elijah Wilkinson, Broncos offensive tackle, joining us, Nick and Cecil here on The Fan. And you mentioned the youth movement for the Denver Broncos, and you've got a young quarterback people are excited about in Drew Lock. Again, you're competing for that left tackle starting position. What's this guy like in the locker room? What's this guy like in the huddle? How excited are you to go out there and block for this young quarterback?
I think everybody's excited. He just kind of brings that energy, that kind of swag, to talk in the terms of, 2020, to the field, you know what I mean? That all these, the Lamar Jackson, the Mahomes, the scrambling, the big play, he brings that to this organization, which is something that we haven't had in a long time, So I think that I'm certainly excited, especially coming from UMass, I want nothing more but than exciting plays and to be, erupting 70,000 fans while we're at home, So I'm excited. I hope everybody else is excited because we got a lot of special players on this team.
When you hear individuals, when they look at this team, they talk about the youth and not really being sold on Drew Lock and what this 2020 season could be for you guys, what do you say to those individuals?
I say that, you could say that the back half of the last 5 games in the season, he had his ups and downs, and he had a good game here, bad game here, but in the end of it, he went 4-1 in those 5 games. So I think that talks the talk, and I think he throughout the the little highlight reel he put together throughout those 5 games, I think that kind of is self-explanatory. You know what I mean? What do you guys think?
I think lock and load. That's what I think. Let's go. Let's play some football, and let's get you guys out there, man. This exciting draft, and Elijah Wilkinson joining us. And Eli, we could talk football with you all day. I certainly appreciate your time. I got one final one for you, though, and it has to do with one of the draft picks, Lloyd Cushenberry. Now, on the offensive line, and certainly coming from LSU, talk about the top of the top competition, national champion, all this kind of things. But what kind of advice do you give to young offensive linemen? And also, I really want to know, because one of the people would say this is a negative for Cushenberry. I don't know if it is. But he's a very calm player. He's not mean on the field. Graham Glasgow's a little mean. Dalton Reiser's a little mean. You got a little mean streak in you as well. Does that matter at all? Because Cushenberry is big and strong and athletic and all these good things. And then if you look over the parts that they say are negative, people say, "Oh, he's not mean." Well, I don't know. Does that even matter? What do you tell a rookie? Coming into the league.
I haven't really studied his tape, but what do you say he's not mean? He's not a mean, his attitude on the field.
We'll give you a little bit of extra after the whistle, stuff like that. He's super calm. He doesn't get overly aggressive. I see it as a positive.
No, I think that's great. Most centers are hotheads. So they got a lot of things going on. They're screaming in the huddle. They got the mic point. They got to re-mic and do all this stuff. So most of them don't got it going on. if he can keep it cool, calm, and collected, especially in front of 70,000 people, and, he's not going to do something stupid and, push somebody over the pile and give us 15 and now we're back, or do so, or hold or do something stupid, So I think that also plays, to his strengths, that he's a smart player and he's not going to, that doesn't mean that he's not going to execute his job and to finish his block. It doesn't mean that he's not going to do that. It means he's going to execute it the smart way and not, penalize our team,
Well, the fans know you as being a big part of this offensive line and what they all want this offensive line to be, but there's a lot more to you. You're doing a lot of things in the community, and now you are an entrepreneur. So tell us about that.
Yeah, last October I actually started a barbershop down on East Colfax Avenue, All-Star Barbershop. Yeah, I mean, things were kind of, started slow. At first we were still in the season, and, you had to finish things up on the inside and more lighting and, murals and stuff like that on the inside to make it look all nice. But, COVID kind of slowed us down, and then, now we just reopened May 9th to the public, and, we've been doing a lot of things just to kind of, since people were uncomfortable coming out, and, just kind of trying to, just give back, man, give back to everybody, give back to the community. The barbers need us, and me having my establishment open, they need us, they make their money off their cuts. Some of them don't have insurance. This is how their means, how they feed their family. So me opening the business back up, as safe as we could, following the guidelines and all that, was really important to me, to get them back in there and back cutting, because that's what, they were all, even throughout, March, April, they were like, oh, when are we getting back? When are we getting back? And I'm waiting to hear from the government to hear when that's happening. So, they were just happy to get back in there. So we're doing a lot of things. We're giving first haircuts to first responders for free for the last 3 weeks. That just ended this Saturday. We're having a clothing drive, down at the shop this Saturday. So anybody that has, any old clothes that they're not wearing, or coats or shoes, anything, bring it down. We're giving it all to Samaritan House of Denver. They're helping us out. So, they're going to give that to people who are in need from COVID-19. So if everybody could help us out with that and just kind of bring something down to the shop to give the people in need, that would be awesome. So, yeah, we just opened back up, and everything's been going well, man. It's been a wild ride being a business owner and, having to handle all the stuff that goes on with the small business. But, it's been a joy, man. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and, I'm glad I'm doing it.